Day 1. After a quick demonstration of how to heat and beat the steel, we were able to start forging our own knives. Once the blade and tang were brought to shape and length, the power hammer was employed to ensure that the steel still remained flat. It was now time to draw our knife design onto the steel. Grinders were used to cut the steel to shape. Next up was quenching. The hot knife was placed in oil to harden the steel. The texture and colouring was starting to add some impressive layers. Next, it was time to put an edge on the blade with the grinder. With the edge done, it was now time to decide and create our bevel. At the start of the day, our tutor Shay had told us that this was actually a decision-making course, disguised as a 2-day knife-making course. He wasn't joking. With the beveling completed, it was time to make another decision around what our handle was going to look like. I decided I liked the length and placement of this handle that was used to help grinding. I managed to find a nice piece of wood that was a matching length, and that was the end of day 1. Day 2, we created a tang hole in our handle and fixed the brass cap to the end. With the block now fitted to the knife, it was time to design our handle and start bringing it to life. Most of the handle shaping was achieved inside the grinding room. The rest of day 2 basically consisted of sanding the blade and handle to remove those scuff marks from machining. We started at 240 and went all the way down to 800. This felt like it took a couple of hours, but I'll save you the pain. Now we only have a couple of steps left, including finishing sanding the handle and polishing it with wax. Then it was time for the final edging and sharpening. Everyone in the course was absolutely pumped with how their knives turned out. It's so cool to see how these ended up, considering they all started from the same looking piece of steel. This course was absolutely phenomenal, and at the end of it, you're left with a great looking knife that is fully usable and will last you for decades. The staff at Stakehouse Knives are so knowledgeable and friendly. If you ever get a chance to do this course or one of the other ones, I highly recommend them.